Huh? What do you mean I'm fucking... Hi, I somehow found myself back in the same position I was in last stream that we had last Friday, where I'm transferring something on this fucking Palm Pilot, particularly the tensei, of which I need to move a battery-related thing off of my M500. I have this M515 here. The battery's fucked. It's just fucked. Like hold on. I'll give you an example. So I'm gonna head back to the main menu. What is it? Batlight. That's the name of the application. So I have it set. Not Batlight. Battery Graph, I think is a better application. So this is a, what is it? 4,120 millivolt battery. And then I go look at the little battery thing on here that tells me how much is left. 100% battery. Runtime, remaining battery life, 2 hours. And I should note the screen does not have the backlight off. That's a fucked battery. That's a fucked battery. I'm gonna have to replace it. Whew. And meanwhile, our Treo 90, which has continued to be the main driver, by the way. It's going to be a very nice video on this. I like this so much. I would like to use the tensei a lot more, but the flip covers are all leather. What do you do? I would like to have, like, a more durable cover, you know, at least for, like, the, kind of the part that's not the main thing that goes over the screen, but the little, like, connecting part to the little plastic strip that goes into the PDA itself. That's what I would like to have. Just something a little bit more durable, you know? Anyway, this is a fine quality live stream for April 24th. 2025, not 2025, 2026. My name is TBCR. There's been a couple of updates regarding things in the background. I'm working on the new stream arrangements because every time there's a big change coming up, new arrangement happens. But that arrangement will not go live on this channel until said thing is done. The big thing, Era 3. But yeah, it's going pretty good, if I have to say so. And some other music stuff going on. I'm still trying to go through footage for the videos. I'm also testing DaVinci Resolve 21 beta alongside that, which is going okay so far. I do need to get the iPad that I have in my lap here prepared for video editing, but we will do that when the time comes. So I need to beam, there's like one application I need to beam over. Hope everyone is doing well this evening. All right, I see a number of people, number of regulars in chat already. Where the fuck is this? Oh, I think it's connection. No, it's not connection. Is it power? Yes, it's power. I don't know why they would turn the infrared thing into the power. Oh well. I don't know if I set this up right. Nope. Cannot find handheld unit. Oh, that's fun. I love technology so much. What do you mean you can't find the computer? I just confirmed that was on. Beam again. Hold on, I'm gonna cover it with my hand. Oh, it works when I cover it with my hand, which means there's another infrared device in this room that's blocking this. Cool. Please report this to the author. Huh? Fascinating. Oh, hold on. Okay, so this app is for the 68,000 processor, and will crash the system if you attempt to load it. Also cool. Oh, I deleted the wrong fucking app. God damn it. Cool and fun, and cool and fun. That's right. I gotta get the shitty battery, M515 out. But yeah, we have more Majin Tensei 2 this evening. We're gonna try to make a little bit of progress. I cannot stay up super late tonight because I have to go get my car inspected at the inspection place, and they're only open for a number of hours on Saturday. They actually close early. So I need to make sure I'm able to do that. And then I have to start preparing later for speedrun request, because that is happening tomorrow. I need to stress that. So even though I've been not streaming a lot, I'm still committing to any speedrunning streams that I need to be doing. I'm apparently not going to be moving this application over. That locked that up really tight. Holy shit. Oh no, wait a minute. I have an idea. Yeah, I need to get a new battery for this M515 and some extra styluses. But yeah, with that in mind, I'm sorry that we haven't cut over to the thing yet. I have to get this done because I need an actual battery thing on this device. Your state stopped doing vehicle inspections a while ago. Okay, Beam. Please don't crash on the Beam app. It's taking a while. There's only 16 megabytes on the device. Is it also... oh, because I have a 1 gig card plugged into it. That's why. I think I need to do this. Turn the screen on. Cover it. And it does nothing. I sure do love technology, everyone. Sure do love technology. Cool, I'm just gonna have to move that onto the SD card. Anyway, while I'm dealing with the pain and misery that is infrared technology, I want to say hello to... oh, actually, hold on. I can't say hello to anyone just yet because I can't even see myself. Fascinating. Oh, I'm still on my little turntable. Hold on. I gotta resolve that. Ah, there we go. But yeah, I want to go ahead and say... yeah, I want to go ahead and say hello to, where's the fucking button? Here it is. I want to say hello to Thrin, to Hellhounds, the Matrix, and to anyone else watching this evening. My fucking setup here is a mess. By the way, I'm just going to tell you right now, one of the biggest complaints I have with the Treo 90, which doesn't affect me using it, but it does affect me putting stuff on it, is the fact that I cannot connect to a modern computer with this thing. I still have to use the iBook. If I still try to do the That's a problem. That's a problem. Not the sub. That's not a problem. Thank you for the resub, Thrin. That happened twice. Why did that happen twice? Hold on. I think something that should not be doing it twice is doing it twice. I have OBS events and then OBS control. Huh. Okay, well, I'm going to just keep one of these off. Oh no, that would be Twitch. Huh. Okay, I'm going to, I'm not gonna question that because I don't think I'm going to get answers. Anyway. We should get to the game. I don't even have it up at the moment. I was testing, I got a new mouse today for the Super Nintendo. It's an optical. What brand is this? This is a Hyperkin. I bought it from East Starland. One of the major proponents of the Wii U in 2026. If you know what I mean by that, then you know what I mean by that. And yeah, I got pretty cool little device. That is not set up right. That's the one. Yep, that's the one. All right. There might be other brands, but this is the only one I was able to notice. But the nice thing about this is that it is basically an optical mouse. It has micro switches. A little DPI button at the bottom. It's fascinating there's DPI. I'll have to take a look at it over the weekend. But what I do need to do right now is I need to actually get this damn game going so we can actually get this on the road, because I only have but so much time tonight. This was fucking working earlier. What the fuck? There we go. Waiting for the Atlas logo. I gotta turn the audio on. All right. And bye-bye. And as a reminder, we are doing a fundraiser for Honeybird at the moment to help with moving up to my neck of the woods. And it's very important considering tomorrow's speedrunner quest. If you would like to put in a run for the speedrunner quest stream to be added to the list of runs that you would like me to do, you need to make sure that those are in by preferably the end of this stream, but before the stream tomorrow, to make sure they're locked into that list. Because I'm only doing a certain number of runs tomorrow, so if you would like to lock it in so it's guaranteed for the next set, you know. Also, you're gonna hear an alarm go off on these PDAs. That is to indicate that I need to go to fucking bed. So that's just for your reference. Let's see. I need to move a thing in a second. Let's get this going. I'll worry about this while we're waiting for the first enemy turn to finish. When we last left our protagonists, we were in the middle of a fight, and yeah. So anyway, let's keep going. Oh yeah, we're in that fun fight where we had the bird come all the way over here, and we thought they were going to take a death, but they didn't. And we were able to get a cool gun, and we had to restart at one point because Tonki died? I believe that was Tonki that took a death. That sounds about right. Tonki took a death. Nice. All right, so we got those enemies out of the way. We still have, was it 2 Cerberuses, 4 Cerberuses left. We have these basilisks and Yakusinis and Yamatsu Shikomes, which we'll have to deal with at some point. Yeah. So I think the big question is that, oh, that's a new spam message I've seen. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Okay. But yeah, they had a Russian domain name. .ru. Far-fetched descent. Fuck. Fascinating name. Okay, so they can attack me back, but it's also 50. I guess I'll attack. Yeah. That's a quick one. That's so true. All right, I gotta put Tonki back in the comp. Momonofu still needs to go properly heal, but oh, maybe I can heal like so. Yeah, Medea. Probably a waste of magic, but... So yeah, I got home rather late. There was some stuff I needed to work on yesterday. Didn't happen. And then I passed out on my couch yesterday, and I woke up this morning with like 20 minutes till work. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm only gonna get up for one thing, and it's to take my ADHD medicine. And I just did that, and I sat back on the couch, and I did not leave that couch until like 5 p.m. when I actually got something to eat. Today was just I'm doing my job laying down on the couch. And goddamn did I do that. Thank you, Chance, for the 30-month Prime resub. Yeah, today's been a very day. You're trying to hurt me, aren't you? I can't believe you. Oh, I know what that plugin needs. I know that plugin in question does. I do actually need to re-enable that. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna intern. We should at least finish this map tonight. I hope. Oh yeah, I also wanted to talk about something I noticed with this, where is it? This Palm 3C I have here. And I'm actually gonna grab the, I'm gonna grab a few examples to kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about. I'm gonna turn the volume down at some point. Right, I just want to demonstrate how fucking quiet this thing is. All right, so I'm gonna turn the volume down just a little bit, not all the way, so we can still have some volume for the game. So let's see where we're gonna start with. We're gonna start with the M515 with its shitty battery, which I do need to replace, and I'm gonna buy one actually during this stream. So let's say I wanted to turn the alarm on, right? So this is the alarm. It's about 3 inches away from the microphone, right? I think you heard that, right? It's not super loud, but it's still audible, you know? It's still audible. All right, so now we have the M500, which is also a good replacement daily driver. It's not as loud as the M515s, but it still does its job as long as you're not in like a super loud environment, right? So like for instance, hold on, I may need to, again, 3 inches away, you can hear it mostly. I did have to keep the back, like the cover off the reset button to make sure that the microphone, that it was audible. But like you could still hear that, right? And then we have the tungsten C with its kind of not great. I have duct tape on the spine of the cover to keep the little nick on it from not getting worse. I'm gonna buy some electrical tape later today, so that, or yeah, later today, because now today is Saturday. So here is the the tungsten C. Pretty decent. That's on the table, like a whole half a foot away. You could hear it pretty fine. And then we have like the then we have the Handspring Treo 90, which is currently still the main driver, PDA. It does its job very well. Oh, I mean, hell, you could hear it just then. Like that the buzzer's pretty. That piezoelectric buzzer is still pretty loud. Right? Now I'm gonna pull out the not the tungsten, but I'm gonna pull out the Palm 3C. Now this is the first color display PDA from Palm directly. And hold on, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to heal Ogiwara. I want to get through this first before I demonstrate what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. They're at what? We're actually gonna back up. Let's move Kaoru. But yeah, we have the Palm 3C. It's the first unit to have a color display. Runs on Palm OS 3.5. 8 megabytes of RAM. 8 whole megabytes. And a hard flip cover. But a unibody stylus. It's also one of the first ones with infrared. So yeah, I'm gonna just turn this on real quick. Got a new battery in it, by the way. I have to turn this. Okay, I actually have to lower the volume to kind of demonstrate this. If you can hear this, mention it in chat. All right, here we go. That is the same distance as all the other ones. Very faint. All right, so this thing is only loud if you have the back of it off. The case just absorbs all the sound from it. Which is very funny. That's why, if you can hear that is pretty much... If you can see this, I hope your insurance can cover the wreck you're about to be in. Ugh. But, yeah, like, it's so quiet. I can't use it for that reason. Display's pretty good, but, like, I can't use it for that reason. It's kind of bad. Now, if you don't need alarm, sure, it's fine. But I need alarms. That's the problem. So right now, the main daily driver choices are the Tungsten C, the M500, and the Treo 90. And the Treo 90 is kind of currently the front runner of all that. Now, that being said, I have still been also looking at the Pocket PCs that Chance did influence me to buy. I still have both of them, actually. I have the iPac 111, which I don't use as a PDA. It actually works a little bit better as a media player, if you can believe it. 88%. I unplugged it like 2 days ago. And then I have the 211 iPac, which is... Its battery kind of drains a little bit faster despite it being a higher capacity battery, but it's pretty powerful. But I've had a lot more luck with the Palms so far. Just in terms of finding software and being able to put it on there without too much hassle. All right. You want to find a Zune and SSD swap it. I mean, that wouldn't be too bad. I mean, iPods are pretty usable with that. I think the only issue I've had with my iPods currently is that, so I have a 512. Do I have a 512? I think I have a 256 gig. ZIF, like not a M.2 NVMe, the SATA NVMe, or the M.2 SATA in it, and sometimes it likes to skip tracks. So like I'll listen to a Genesis album, right, or a Magma album, on the few Magma albums that are not like one track essentially. And the next track will just basically get skipped over, and then I have to go back or reselect the album and then play it again to get that track playing. That is a bit of an annoyance. TBH. But I am at the least glad that I'm able to at least mod the 5th gen and the 4th gen Windows CE handles SSD better than iPod OS. I mean, that wouldn't shock me. But that's just because they probably have better FAT support. I mean, compact, I haven't had that much issues with compact flash. Because that does use the same connector stuff as like micro IDE. Is it mini IDE or micro IDE? But yeah, like I have one of those in the iPod Mini. The only complaint I have with that is just because the battery's too like low of a capacity, but you can't really do much with that. It is the iPod Mini after all. Honestly, if you can get like a decent little like I think they can go up to like 256 gigabytes on those. And you'll probably run out of RAM on the system before you like fill that up, unless you're like me, which has like high quality, high fidelity like ALAC files on it. Okay. Sorry, I just glanced up at my computer. I have Reddit open, right? And in our Amtrak, oh, get ready for this. In our Amtrak, there is a post that says, if Spirit is bought by the government, which phase Amtrak, like, livery phase should the planes be painted in? What? Huh? Okay. I guess we'll just intern. We don't really have much we can do at the moment. Oh, 7. Not gonna be able to recover from that. Have to be the Acela since taxpayers hike. What? Also, I'm sorry, Chance, but I just now got what you wrote. What the fuck? Not only is that just a groaner of a pun, what the fuck? I don't know. Have you like seen the new livery? Like the Phase 7 livery? Phase 7 is actually not a bad like livery style. I wanna provide an image for people that are unaware as to what Amtrak Phase 7 looks like. It's a pretty nice. Obviously, it's red, white, and blue, because you know America. But it's not that bad of a livery. I'm looking for the one with the trains as well, or like the actual cars. Yeah. All right, here we go. There's this one image from a Japanese site that, oh, it's a model train. It's a model train. So yeah, this kind of shows a good image of the livery. for phase 7. That's just for the actual train, you know, propulsion. But the actual, like, cars themselves also got some updates as well. Oh, yeah, like, here's the viewliners. The viewliners with the phase 7 actually look pretty nice. The choo-choo module. But yeah, there's the viewliner. I think that's the viewliner 2. With the phase 7 livery. Which the Floridian did not have at the time of me taking it to GDQ. Yo, we got Halo! I can't believe we got Halo in our Megamitensei game. Oh wait, hold on. I need to see what can actually equip this. Not Naoki, I'll tell you that. Yeah, we'll move that there. Nope, not Seleno. Not the halberd. Oh, wait! I'm silly, I can use that on Cerberus. Okay, hold on. I need to, like, plan this out just right. My plan is to move them over to here and then put them right here, because I think they can still attack. They might still be able to attack. I'm not sure. But, yeah, not that bad of a delivery. I have to call Amtrak in the morning, regarding at least the Floridian, because the Borealis is just one class, just coach. But the Floridian has the sleeper, and I would like to see if I can actually get upgrade to a sleeper at some point. Because as much as I like the Amfleet 1 seats, I don't want to sit and coach for 22 hours. I'm going to be honest with you. You saw an interesting post. I'm kind of curious to see if... Walmart is apparently trying to hire UAS pilots for $20 a job. 20 bucks. I feel like you would spend more on maintenance for like a drone at that point. I don't think that's like economical. Oh, boy. Oh, I just now read that. That's not a good idea. All right, let's not do that. Gee, I wonder what's coughing baby versus, like, hydrogen bomb. Coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb. Oh, okay. I'm gonna move Kaoru over to here. I thought I was controlling Ogiwara for a second, so the fact that I've now realized that's not the case. Actually, I just realized, I think Puka would have been safe moving over to there. I'm gonna move Rusalka right here to heal MP specifically. Just MP. Nothing else. And then I need to also replenish Dryad. All right. Yeah, that just seems very not a good idea. If I'm... Ooh. I don't know. I'm of the mindset that people should still be at least to have a job, but I think Walmart needs to actually, you know, not treat their employees like shit. Realistically, they're probably going to try to do that, though. Not what I suggested, what you've mentioned, because Hellscape 2026. But I would rather, you know, people be able to, because there's not, here's the problem, like, Walmart is, let's be honest, kind of an easier job to get than other companies out there. Hell, I think at this point you could probably get an easier time getting a job at Walmart than you can Waffle House, of all places. And I'm saying that as someone that first job was at a Waffle House. I would like independently owned grocers. And we do still have them. IGA is a thing. But, I don't know. The problem is that Walmart is able to kind of outdo them with the fact that they can undercut the prices compared to, like, a independent grocer. Really, the only things that kind of set apart a grocer than a big box store such as Walmart is you like the atmosphere and the customer service. Because Harris Teeter is known for having a bit higher prices than like Walmart, but a lot of people like to shop there because of the customer service and the atmosphere of shopping there. I mainly shop there because it's the closest thing to my house that isn't a Target, and I'm not shopping at Target. Well, I can't say that. I have to shop at Target during SGDQ and AGDQ because it's basically the only damn store around. I'm not going a mile away from the hotel just to go to a Whole Foods, and even then, why would I want to give money to Amazon like that? So yeah, kind of forced to shop at Target in that regard. But if I have the choice, I'd rather go to a different, like, store to buy stuff. I feel like there's ways you could do automation like that that doesn't involve LLMs and machine learning is going to be involved with that no matter what, because that's just basically how like programs work. But like LLM stuff, miss me with that shit. Like completely miss me with that shit. See, they missed me with that shit. Well, I missed them with that shit, actually. And like, there's also like other grocery stores in this area that I try to go to other than Walmart. I only go to Walmart if I absolutely need to. Like Lowe's Foods. There's the IGA. There's also Wegmans, Publix. I would say Publix is like a decent example of like a company that I think kind of has the employees in mind. Because, I mean, when you're an employee at Publix, you own like stock in the company. That is also something to keep in mind. Although, to be fair, like, I'll say this. I'm surprised Walmart has lasted as long as it has, doing what it has been doing with the rise of the online marketplace. It has shocked me how, like, they've been able to, like, outlast it, but places like Kmart went under. Kmart and Sears. Well, I mean, Sears is more a department store, but, like, Kmart was a discount store. But yeah, like, let's kind of summarize what I've been talking about here. I would prefer if Walmart did not do AI stuff, right? Just because, and like they actually treat their employees good, because if you treat your employees good, then morale will be good, which means they will do a better job at what they're doing, which means customers will be happy. But when you treat the employees like shit, do not be surprised when the quality of your store suffers from that. But they are more than likely going to do the AI stuff, because of fucking course they would. But yeah, if you have a local grocer in your area, go take a visit to them. You know, go to your IGA, your Hy-Vee, your Winco's. I was reading your Hy-Vees, your Winco's, and whatnot. I just now realized I was talking about Harris Teeter, and I didn't even talk about the fucking company that owns them, Kroger. There's a few Krogers here, but Kroger's also doing flash pricing in their stores, so no. Or surge pricing, that's the word. Yeah, fuck that noise. Almost everything on Amazon is on Walmart. That is true, at least on their website. Amazon's kind of a weird thing, at least if we're talking about the products, right? Because there's a lot of, jumbled, I call them just jumbled letter companies, right? But there's like some of them that are actually like decent products. Hold on, like I have one example right here. Yeah. What's the name of this brand? Neewer. I bought a phone camera mount with a hot flush, with a cold shoe that you would put on a camera, but you can also screw it into like a 3.5 millimeter like jack for it. All metal construction, except for the parts that can't be metal for obvious reasons, like the grips for the phone end. This is a pretty decent little product. How much did I spend on this? Because I couldn't find an equivalent one. Because the things I was looking for was I wanted the all metal one. So if I ever put this on like a tripod, the plastic wouldn't bend, right? Because that's like the big pain when it comes for the phone holders, right? If you twist it into the mount for the tripod, it actually starts pushing through the metal, or pushing through the back of it and into the back of the thing. Not fun. This is actually a pretty decent little product. It's what is this? Model number GA010. And I spent about... I'm gonna take a look at this real quick. This is an item I would recommend. And there's also like a few other items of that nature that I think are they're actually pretty decent. I think when definitely would buying stuff on Walmart, especially when you're using their third-party marketplace, and even on Amazon, definitely read the reviews for that stuff. Don't just be like, oh, I see this thing, first thing I saw, buy. No, you're not gonna have a good time with that. Definitely read the reviews. Hold on. I want to find the listing for this. I think I bought it last year. I still need to buy some Stream Deck. Yeah, some Stream Deck mounts to have under this desk. I think I bought this around the same time that I bought the Loudometer. That is true. I did buy it around the same time as the Loudometer. I spent $16 on this. $16, not a bad deal. And also, I wouldn't use that particular word to describe like the quality of certain products. I would just say just poor manufacturing. I think that's just the best way to word it. It's just poor manufacturing, because they're just trying to make as much of this shit and just get it out the door. But you can find a good diamond in the rough. Hold on. Okay, I need to do a quick thing real quick before I go at this. But yeah, I wouldn't use the particular word you used to describe the quality of the products, because I think it's a bit too mean-spirited and doesn't really get to the source of the issue, you know? I think the source of the issue is just bad production quality. They don't give a shit about the product they're making. They just make it and get out the door. All right, we're gonna try this. This is probably gonna end terribly. On second thought, never mind. This might actually work out very fine. Okay. But yeah, poor quality construction. If anyone is interested in this particular mount that I bought, and you would like a link to it, let me know and I will send that to you. And this is based off of me actually buying and owning the product and using it. This is not, you know, me as you normally have to point out, I don't like doing like sponsorship stuff and whatnot because I'd rather have, you know, a stream where there would not be any sort of like conflict of interest like that. So anything that I like recommend is stuff that I've gone out and spent my own money on to purchase. I think I'm just gonna heal our most valuable demon. Having a think. Not bad. But yeah, support your local businesses. I think that's just the long and short of it. But if you do have to buy stuff online, definitely read into the reviews to make sure that you're getting like the best product you can, the best bang for your buck. Hello, me Frinthia. Hope you're having a good morning so far. And with that, it's time to open up the soda. We have ad break in 7 seconds, by the way. All right, I need to actually save. Okie doke, I can. I do have an actual Steam Deck though, but I wouldn't mind at least taking a look at the link of it. Oh, Stream Deck. I thought you said Steam Deck. That's not the worst thing. Although now I'm actually reading the words for the title for this. Oh God. Well, let's talk about the stuff that isn't the giant elephant in the room with the title for that product. Doesn't look like the worst quality buttons. The 3 buttons at the bottom are kind of fascinating. I'm guessing that would be kind of similar to, you would like switch the particular buttons on it, and so instead of having to switch to it using hardware, it would be with software, it would be hardware buttons to switch it. Switch buttons and go back home. I would like to look into seeing types of Stream Decks that would work well with Linux, because my plan is at some point I would like to actually switch my setup over to Linux fully. There's certain things keeping me from doing that. It starts with an O and ends with BS, and that one very much does not work with Linux. I do have a Mac that I could probably use something like that with. I don't know. I'm looking into macro pads at some point, but I would like to do a decent bit of looking into it. I had to remind myself that there are companies out there that make rice cookers, right? Rice cookers have been fairly, like, figured out at this point. You know? And they're just putting that buzzword into a rice cooker product. Like, okay, let's ask the question. Who here does not know how a rice cooker works? They are so simplistic in how they work. Oh, okay, that won't matter. But yeah, like, you want to see space? Well, first, this is the first time I've heard about this, and also I need to rewatch Spaceballs 1. Also, I just don't even know how like the theater going experience is going to be at that point. Have you heard that like the quality of like the Alamo Drafthouse is like plummeted comically since Sony bought them? Because, like, the whole thing with, like, the Alamo Drafthouse is, like, you practice proper theater etiquette. You don't have your cell phone out while you're, you know, watching the movie. And now, since Sony bought them, and it is now, once again, theaters owned by movie companies, more or less. Yeah, well, yeah, you shouldn't be on your phone, but we're not gonna stop you if you are. It's just a fucking standard movie theater at the point. Like, if I wanted to do that, if I wanted to deal with that, I'd just go to, like, an AMC or, like, a Cinemark and whatnot and just deal with it like that. Like, I don't go to a movie theater to watch someone looking at, you know, looking at their Instagram 3 rows in front of me while I'm trying to, like, focus real hard on, like, a heart-wrenching drama film. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Please don't move. Ah, thank goodness. Okay, you can continue. AMC is a big popcorn movie theater experience. Alamo Drafthouse was supposed to be like for the core movie watchers, you know, the people that are there to watch a movie and not talk with their friends throughout the entire thing. I really enjoyed. So for context, I went to go see the last Neil Breen movie, Cade's Crossing, in theaters, in its roadshow, you know, presentation. And sorry, Cade the Torture Crossing. That's it's easy to get a Neil Breen film title mixed up. But I saw this film in theaters, right? I saw it as how Neil Breen wanted you to watch this movie, in a theater. And they did not enforce the talking part. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of glad, at least in that one instance, that they didn't, because it really enhanced the movie watching experience, because as I have always said, that is both Neil Breen's best and worst film simultaneously at the same time. Alright, I need to, Okay, I'm in a little bit of a fuck situation. I need to use a jewel. I'm probably gonna lose a demon here. Almost certainly. That bird is going to fucking die if I do that. Okay, if I do bite... Yeah, we'll just get that Yaxini out. Or not. Alright, anyway. Yeah, the movie watching experience was, like, enhanced with that. But normally, if I'm gonna go watch a movie, I would like to actually, you know, watch the movie. Like, when I go to, like, a concert, right? Like, a lot of people are hooping and hollering and whatnot. And I'm just standing there. Because, again, like, I'm an artist myself, right? Even though there's a lot of films that are kind of bad, right? I do want to at least... watch them, you know? You can make fun of a film, but, like, you still gotta respect the fact that someone took the time to make it, you know? Because movie making is pretty hard. It's hard to make a movie. It's hard to make a game. It's just hard to make art in general, right? Because there's a lot of aspects that go into it. Anyone can make it, but, like, it's hard to, like, really master an art, you know? Oh, thank goodness I have cow liver extract. Oh, I'm not saying that Neil Breen films are like the shining beacon of cinema. Not at all. Neil Breen films are kind of bad, but, like, I respect that he's been able to, like, keep at it for as long as he has. And that he has had a passion to, like, keep making films even if he doesn't really understand that a lot of the time when people are joking about the films, he's kind of the butt of the joke. I can respect the fact that he can keep at making the movies. That would be pretty good to make. Well, I wouldn't intentionally make a bad movie, because, like, I think the thing with, like, bad movies, right? The things that make them work is it has to be someone going into it trying to make a good film, like, with the actual serious intent of making a good film, but there's just enough miscalculations in the film to where it goes bad. A bad movie for the sake of bad is just schlock. It's just, and in some cases, it's just not even, like, the good type of bad. It's just bad. There's, like, a few films from Uwe Boll, which I think are, like, good bad films, and then there's some films that are also just bad. Like House of the Dead, bad. Postal, surprisingly, the good kind of bad, because he's not like... It's not like his other video game adaptations, like the Far Cry one, the House of the Dead, the Blood Rain film, Alone in the Dark. Surprisingly, the Postal film is kind of like set itself apart compared to the other ones. And I think it's just the fact that, like, even though it's not a great film, I think he kind of got the games. Like, he got, like, what Running with Scissors was doing with the games. And I think, like, even if it's not, like, a good film, it's not a bad adaptation of its subject matter, right? Does that make sense? You could have a bad film, but, like, it can still get... It still understands the thing that it's trying to adapt, right? Like, it gets that down at least, but it kind of fails in other aspects. All right, one of these birds is gonna have to take a death because otherwise we're gonna have a bad time. Oh, yeah. I need to get Aya over there, like, soon. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Uh-oh. I don't know where they're going for, but, like... Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Please don't second attack. Well, that's a game over. It's been a bit. It's been a bit. You should go to bed, Chance. Go to bed. I can't go to bed for another 2 hours. You should probably note with that, we will have one intermission this stream, everyone. Singular intermission. In fact, let me look how many minutes we have. It is 12:49 right now, and we have about 43 minutes until the next till the intermission for the stream. That will put us at about 1:30, and then we'll have about 90-ish, less than 90 minutes after that. So yeah, we'll have one intermission, one singular intermission. I just now, like, realized the text that was on screen. So this is what dying feels like. How disappointing. What do you expect? What do you mean this process is not enjoyable? I can't believe he doesn't have pants on. Okiwara's just been running around with just underwear, a shirt, a coat, no pants. You see those right there? That's painted on. He just has a denim pattern painted on his legs and crotch. I have to sneeze. That's so true past me. I guess we just need to, move the dwarf. The brownie is just hanging out here. By the way, as a reminder, games list is next week for GDQ. So depending on if I get a game into SGDQ is going to depend on how the schedule is going to play out for the next couple of weeks. Also, with that in mind, if you were not in the Discord regarding it, I'm going to have to work a couple of weekends, more than the one that I have scheduled, leading up to SGDQ. Next weekend, actually, is one of them, so I probably won't be super duper. Well, it depends on how busy it is. If it's not super duper busy, I might be at least talkative on Discord. But obviously no stream next weekend. The plan is still Friday, but the Friday stream will not be as long. It might be as long as this stream tonight. So this kind of gives you a taste as to how long the stream's going to be for those particular weekends. All right, here we go. Wow, I might actually have to use a jewel. If you can believe it, I might actually have to use a jewel. I think I at the least get one of these particular demons out of the way. Yeah, one of the Yakusinis. Apparently not. It's gonna be very funny if the rest of the stream is just this one map. We're in a little bit of a tricky little spot, but I think we can get through it. Also, has anyone else had issues with the Butterfly app today? We're trying to load a page. I actually had to set up the stream going live post on my phone today. I think I'm gonna move Naoki towards the Cerberus. I think that might work out. Oh. Okay, so one of my feeds is just gone now on Blue Sky. That's cool. It's the megamitensei one. Yeah, they probably are having it. Well, I went to their status page earlier, and I wasn't able to see anything of particular note. In fact, let's go on there right now. Well, also, to be fair, that massive outage that they had with the person that, which was probably, well, no, was definitely due to their vibe coding, considering at the end of their post-mortem, they talk about hiring people. That's a good sign. Sorry, allegedly, their vibe coding. It's a lot better than the letters site. But there's definitely some stuff about it that I don't like in regards to like Mastodon, but also everyone that I interact with in terms of speedrunning is also on there, so and not on Mastodon. And oh boy, I just thought about that. If Blue Sky gets to the point where people have to leave it, where are they going to go at that point? And I have a horrible thought that a good number of them are going to go back to the letter site instead of like going to other stuff. We just need to not have like microblogging sites be the primary way to interact with people. Microblogging is cool, don't get me wrong. It makes it so where you have to be very thoughtful with your words if you want to get everything down one post. But like microblogging has kind of also led to like I'm sorry, Chance, I'm gonna have to time you out for that joke. It's only 5 minutes, sorry. I am serious. It's only 5 minutes. That is a supreme groaner. You've hit the lightning round. This might also give you a good incentive to just go to bed. Go sit in the corner and think about the joke that you just made in chat. I want to point out that, like, there's only a few things that'll get you, like, timed out in this chat. Saying horrific shit or saying the worst joke imaginable. That, like, is just, like, a deep in your soul groaner of a joke. Like, if it's something you can't... The rule of thumb is, if you can't say it in a GDQ chat, you probably shouldn't say it here. That's the general rule of thumb. If you can go into GDQ chat during, like, an event, and if you say something, if you think you can get timed out or banned from their chat for saying it, don't say it here. It's not a bad rule of thumb, you know? I think it's a pretty good, like, little guideline to go off of. Oh my goodness, I leveled up. Holy shit. Chat. Of anything that isn't magic, I'm gonna let you pick this. What do you think we should level up? I'll let you pick. This one level. First thing I see in chat, I'm gonna go with. What should we raise? Yeah, that's actually the good thing, because I think Cerberus... Actually, I think Cerberus is level 41, but there were definitely some demons that we weren't able to get prior. Because we have 3 devil summoners now. Speed? Alright. Going with speed. Ogiwara is our highest level devil summoner, so we have to use him for the high level demons. Noki is not even in like the level 30s. You saw a post on Blue Sky that should have been a blog post. Yeah, like you could put like a brief summary about something and then like send it to like a proper like blogging like site. I've been thinking about like, cause you know me, I tend to like ramble a lot about technology, like my thoughts on the state of the industry and whatnot. I would like to have like a proper blog. My actual website is probably not the best place to put that. I don't even know how like popular Tumblr, like I have a Tumblr, right? And I lurk Tumblr, but I don't know how like active Tumblr is in terms of like stuff. And also I would just like to have like, if I had the ability, I would like to just self-host, you know? Co-host was like a very nice idea where you get away from like the microblogging. It's kind of like Tumblr in a way, but there was a lot more extensibility and modability to it. But it wasn't really a sustainable type of thing, and obviously co-host is no longer a thing anymore. But the idea of that website, I think, is really good, right? Because it really got people excited about making websites, you know? Maybe I can make like, is there a way to make like a, okay, so apparently the web host I use for fine-quality website is not good for doing blogging. Spent a lot of money on a feature that never worked, and the sponsor was like, no more for you. I do want to build out fine-quality website. Keep it still in like a HTML2 type of aspect, like feel, but like definitely kind of like go a bit more into the like certain things. But like in terms of like talking about certain subjects, maybe I should just have that as like a. It would be nice to just have it all on one website. Maybe I could just have like each subject as like its own individual like little page. No way to actually like comment on it, but like it would be a way that at least put down my thoughts on the industry and whatnot. Maybe that's a thought. I need to double check if I even have access to my NeoCities on here. It's not a bad hosting thing. There's definitely some thoughts about its founder that like some of their opinions on stuff I'm not the biggest fan of, but it is a free website that you can host a website on. And I don't have to buy my domain name through them. I bought that through Namecheap. Again, 10-year domain for $113 is not bad. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can mount the website on your computer with WebDAV. I forgot about that. I might do that. Yeah. That might be a good idea. You can also set up DAV-FS2 as well. That way I can open up the files on my computer and I don't have to log on to the website in order to edit files. I can just open the file, edit it, upload it. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think that's a good thing to have, is the ability to be able to just mount your website onto like a remote share on your computer. I think that's really neat. But yeah, like, what are, like, good services where you can, like, actually, like, use a proper blog other than, like, WordPress or, like, who, by the way, need to know, own Tumblr. Tumblr. Wait, does WordPress still own? Hold on, I need to double check that. There's been so many goddamn owners of Tumblr as of recent. Do they own Tumblr again? Or like the company that owns them? They did own it at one point. Not the what? Not Automatic. That's the company. They contribute to the WordPress system, and they also own WordPress.com. It's made by the creator of WordPress, is the long and short of it. Yeah, they own Tumblr. They also own Gravatar, by the way, and Simple Note. I forgot Simple Note was a thing. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I completely forgot. Oh, there's an IAM service that uses the Matrix protocol called Beeper. Fascinating. Anyway, I need to raise Noki's vitality. I needed to explicitly do that. All right, so we have one Cerberus out of the way. We still got another one that we got to deal with. So I'll have to move Noki over here next turn. Our poor Brownie here has lost almost 100 health in one turn. I guess we just keep using the jewels. Because we're in a bit of a bad situation. We could actually lose Brownie this save. That's terrifying to think about. We could lose our most valuable demon in this stream. I'm sorry, I forgot. Tumblr's a microblog too. Technically, it's considered a microblog. You can use it as a regular blogging service, but it's intended to be used as a microblog. Yeah, microblogging services. Oh, was it Matt, is it David Karp or Matt Mullenweg? What the hell is David Karp even still doing? Imagine going from Tumblr to making... Oh, they made that e-scooter sharing program. Fascinating. Okay. Fascinating. I think the depressing question is, at this point, what websites are not doing that? God, that is a depressing fucking question. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, this website was, like, scraping streams. Like, analyzing, streams for, like, stuff. Actually, since I've probably said that, that probably is what is actually going on. I just want to play my video games and not have to worry about hell. Where's the fucking, blog? Yeah, not Blogger. That's owned by Google. There's another service. Or maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, Blogspot, I think, is also Google. God, there isn't really a lot of options in terms of blogging services or, like, software, isn't there? Okay, who actually uses Wix.com at this point? Live Chat, we might actually lose Brownie this stream. Hold on, I'm gonna go for a last-ditch effort here. Shit. Can I put Tonki? Okay, so here's the problem. If I put Tonki on the ground... Oh, wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. I have to intern. NecoWeb. I have heard a little bit about that site or that service. I've not fully looked into it, but I have at least heard of it. Sorry, I have to, every time I hear the damage noise, I need to look at the screen just to make sure Brownie doesn't take a death. Oh, they have SSI support. Fascinating. Basically, that's like... What's a fancy way to word it? Like... sim linking? Like, certain aspects from, like, other pages. Or, like, linking to, including stuff from multiple files in one file. It's a very dynamic setup. So, these are not bad tiers, I'll say that. I will say, though, I think you do get a little bit less storage with it than you would for NeoCities. think theirs is... If you're doing the paid tier, I think it's like 50 gigabytes. I'm going to confirm that number and then get back to you on that. Yeah, 50 gigabytes. Although, that being said, if you're using up 10 gigabytes of data for a website, if it's mostly text, something horrifically bad has happened at that point. Because, like, HTML files are not that large. I have our 8K little favicon. Hold on. I just had to say that, and now my brain is, like, just thinking of, like, oh, look at that neat little icon at the top left of the screen on the tab. Let me see if I can open it up. Holy shit! Yeah, that is kind of approaching massive security breach levels. All right, we're committing to this. So my concern with this is... damn it. All right, do you know what my concern here is? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I think if I do this and then I summon Tonki here... Okay, cool. So Ogiwara is safe right there. Okay, what was the bandwidth for NecoWeb? Because bandwidth is obviously kind of a big important thing to keep in mind when you're doing websites. SSI, tier stuff. Bandwidth is... Oh, they don't even mention a bandwidth. Fascinating. Endless bandwidth! Endless bandwidth! Their words, not mine. I feel like someone's going to take advantage of that. We must test the links of an all-you-can-eat buffet. Eat the chair. Oh no, don't eat the chair. Don't eat the chair. Oh, wait, my plan worked. My plan worked. I do agree with the statement made by the itchy.city developers, which is, yeah, the internet is becoming a little bit less human every day. I think definitely in the mindset that, like, the internet of the 2020s and the late 2010s is a lot different than the internet of the 90s and the early 2000s. But yeah, I have to, like, look into this a little bit more. I do like the creator's website, like, little journal thing. I think that would actually be, like, a pretty decent little... If I didn't want to make, like, individual pages for, like, talking about a particular subject, I think that's, like, a good way to, like, talk about stuff. Put it in a very serialized format. But yeah, let me bookmark these pages, Maverinthia, and then after stream, probably after I get, like, my car inspected and whatnot tomorrow, I can look into these a little bit more. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of this Cerberus. Just get the 35 experience out of that. Brownie now has a way of leaving. Was that a miss or was that a hit? Well, you know what? That's fine, because now I can actually hit this demon with a gun and not risk taking a death. I'm gonna do bite. Bite on Yamotsu Shikome because they deal the most damage. Just get them out of the way. All right, so Brownie will live another day. Brownie will indeed live another day. All right, oh yeah, I also wanted to talk about a little bit about, so I went to my doctor on Thursday, brain doctor. Chemicals in brain doctor. And I was talking about the whole art thing, right? Like, I was just having a lot of issues with trying to get to, like, drawing, right? And one thing they pointed out, and I had to think about this very hard afterwards, in, like, the drive back to my work's office. She mentioned that I may just tackle things in a very linear type of fashion, like a step-by-step type of thing, more than, like, visualizing things in... What's the better way to put it? I think she worded it best as like, you know, this like those Christopher Hart drawing books, you know, where it's like, here's a step-by-step process to draw anime girl, kawaii anime girl. She kind of equated like my thinking process with like doing stuff kind of similar to something like that, right? And I had to think about that a lot. And yeah, it kind of makes a bit of sense. It kind of makes a bit of sense. Because it's not like I'm trying to, like, force myself into doing art. Like, I've been wanting to do this for a while. It's just, like... maybe just how, like, tackle things is just not... like, my talking, like, in conversation stuff goes all over the place, but that's just because, like, I ramble, right? But I think, like, the process of me actually doing things needs to be very linear for me to be able to, like, get them done, which also makes video editing also kind of funny in a way, because that's non-linear. All right, this should work. Yep. Hopefully this won't come back to bite me in the ass, but we'll see. Yeah, this worked out. Anyway, we have intermission coming up in 3 minutes, 20 seconds. This will be a 5-minute intermission, considering that we only have the one tonight. And I don't want to do 7 minutes. And then after that, we'll be going for about 80 minutes after that. And then we'll wrap up for the evening. And then as a reminder, later today, in the evening time, we'll be doing speedrun requests for April 2026. I know you haven't seen any speedrunning for a bit on this channel. I have been working on some, but we have speedrun requests coming up later today for that. And I will remind you real quick what those runs are, at least the runs that we'll probably be actually tackling during the stream, because we do have to start with Rise of the Triad. So we have Extreme Rise of the Triad, Degeneration for the Amiga, 2 runs of Fort Boyard, 5 runs of Wheels, Alien Cabal, Chubgam 3D Director's Cut. Oh, sorry, no, we're not doing Rot. I forgot. We pushed that back. I forgot. So we're starting with Degen tomorrow, or later today. Yeah, we're starting with Degen. So if we're very lucky, we may get Camel Tree. If we're very lucky. And maybe spin dizzy. Oh, also spin dizzy 2 potentially. I think that let's just mention this now. I think the main things that will cause issues with the pacing of stuff is, I think, probably Wheels and Rise of the Triad. Fort Boyard. Those are like the 3 really tricky runs to actually get finished. Oof, level 31. Yeah, pretty decent little selection. All right, we got that out of the way, and now I need to hit this button. Tomahawk obtained. We'll get to more of that in a second, and a rank up. But yeah, we're gonna start 5-minute intermission, and we'll be back with more of a fine quality live stream from TBCR Productions. Join us in a bit, won't you? Welcome back. So this website, this service that I'm using to buy this new battery for this M515, they do not have a shopping cart unless you make an account with them. Now, this is a reputable business. I've bought multiple things from them before. The case, the cover for this Palm Tungsten C I have came from them, and some of the batteries and some replacement like parts for some things that I have came from them, right? But this is a very ass-backwards way of doing things. Very ass-backwards. Oh, cool. My notepad is not here. New document. I need to type a password in. That's the one thing I actually think is kind of neat with iOS 26. There's a lot of stuff about iOS 26 I don't like. Liquid glass is liquid ass. One of the nice things about it is my phone is so old, because it's a 12 Pro Max, that I can't have the AI bullshit on it. Because you need a 14 Pro or 14 Pro Max to have that stuff on it. If it's too old of a phone, you will not have it on your phone. So that's kind of one of the nice things about me sticking with the 12 Pro Max for as long as I have. Because I got this in 2021. I've had it for about 5 years now as my daily driver phone. Yeah. It's the 15 Pro or the 15 Pro Max. 16, 16 Plus, 16E, and the iPhone Air. Whatever phone I do get next, which is looking like it might be another iPhone, just because I don't want to deal with the bullshit with the Android, where it's only like 2 years of OS updates. 3 if you're really lucky. But yeah, whatever iPhone I do get, I'm just gonna turn that fucking Apple Intelligence shit off. Like, unironically, miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. This would be a good time for BlackBerry to, like, come back to making phones for consumers. This would be a fantastic time. I don't think they're going to do that, but one can dream. Anyway, we have more Majin Tensei 2 coming up in just a second on this fine quality live stream, but I do want to again remind people at the very for stuff mentioned throughout the stream. Maybe you're just joining us. In that case, hi, hope you're doing well on this Saturday morning. But yeah, just a few reminders that we are currently in a bit of a semi-hiatus. I have cut back streaming to, at the most, 2 days a week, but you will normally get 1 day a week for streams. It will be a Friday stream. There are some exceptions coming up in the future. Number one is the stream later on today, which is Speedrun Request, which is the 4th Saturday of each month, unless I have a work weekend kind of blocking that, and then we'll figure that out as we go, which might be the case for May. Just want to let you know that. And then if I get a game into GDQ, I'll dedicate some streams to practicing that as well. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do some extra work weekends of the 9 weeks that we have leading up to GDQ. Next Saturday is one of them, and we'll see where we go from there in regards to that. And then what else was there I wanted to mention? My brain is blanking at the moment. Oh yes, Speedrun Request later on today. I kind of did a 2-for-1. So I'm not surprised that my brain is like, Alright, anyway, we need to get back to this because we don't have that much time. Only have about 80 minutes to get through as much as we can. So with that said, let's just go back and just get this damn game going, shall we? We were in the middle of a actual phase at the time, so let's get back to that now. There was a rank up from Tonki at the end of that last attack, raised luck specifically, but we had a rank up. So luck's at 13 right now. And we also picked up a tomahawk as well. So we have 4 enemies remaining on the field. And I just want to see how the brownie handles this. Oh yeah, I also have to get a new car at some point by the end of this year. Or at least a used car. Another used car. My car is at very high mileage at this point. What is that? About almost 177,000 miles. Whew. And it is burning through oil. And also one of the tie rod ends is probably starting to slowly go. Sounds like a biplane when I drive my car, and when I turn left, it stops. So it's probably a tie rod end. But at this point, this car is just so fucking old, and the repair's probably going to cost more than it would be to just trade it in. I might as well just get a new vehicle at this point. Or at least a used vehicle. I have been looking into used EVs that are not ones that start with a T and end with an A. Some ones that I have been recommended from other people right now include the... Hold on, where is it? Some of them that have been recommended are the Prius. Someone's got a Fusion Hybrid. 2014 Honda Civic. I was thinking maybe like a... if I could find like a used Fiat 500e. I would absolutely love a Fiat 500e. Did you know that? They've basically, I think for the most part, stopped production of the combustion engine 500s. Yeah, second generation Fiat 500 ended in 2024. And the successor is the 500e. Like, what if I was to get one of those new, right? Also, welcome back, Chance. Hope your sit and timeout was okay. So yeah, like, if we go to, like, Fiat's website, right, and we were to look at, like, new prices for, like, a Fiat 500e. No, they're still here. I still have them in chat messages. I still have them. Reminder, I have, I record all of the things. No, they're not on the chat itself, but I do have a backup of the chat messages. Do not worry. I have your bad jokes documented till the end of time. Yeah. Yeah, logging is enabled. I am looking at the log right now, and I can see your, Oh, I was thinking maybe just getting, like, a new Fiat 500e, maybe. If I had to get, like, a, because I think the Fiat 500e is kind of like one of the cheaper end electric vehicles. I don't need something, like, beefy. I just need something to get me from point A to point B that will not cost me a lot of money to, like, maintain. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking at this right now, right? Well, Chance, I'll say this. My other option was importing a Daihatsu. Wait, hold on. What specific? I saw it on regular car reviews. Hold on. What was it? Where's my fucking chat with my sister and my cousin? I explicitly mentioned the name of this model. It was a 1994 Daihatsu Tri-Liberno Turbo, which is a K-van that is more spacious than you think it is. Look at this fucking vehicle. Hold on, I gotta get a good picture of this. Hold on. But yeah, it's a K-van. So, but the vans are like categorized a bit differently than the cars and the trucks, to where I think you are allowed to drive them on the highway. They're classified a little bit differently in the US. I'm just gonna sing you this website. I normally wouldn't describe a vehicle as a nugget, as in kind of like an MP3 player, but holy shit, look at this adorable little van. Okay, we'll have to note, it has a 0 to 60 of 13 seconds. And it's a 5-speed manual. That is a comical 0 to 60. 63 horsepower. Does have an intercooler. But you can also fold down the rear seats so you can have like a lot of storage. Right? It's so cute. I saw that on the regular car reviews video and I was like, I must own this. It wouldn't like... Okay. Real talk here. I wouldn't mind having 2 vehicles. One for the big trips and then like a tiny like K vehicle that I could like drive around town. Like I have specifically the like the actual like more modern vehicle to like do like trips. Like, let's say if I need to like drive to DC for like a convention or whatnot, like MagFest, good example. I could just take my regular, you know, car. But if I only had to like commute to work, K-van. It'd be so adorable. There are Daihatsus floating around in the US. Hold on. You can get... No, I know that. It's just... I don't think it'd be the worst, but like, okay, let's go back to the Fiat though, because we were on that subject before I fell into the wormhole that is the I also just kind of like, I mean, a Honda Accord is not a bad option, but I think the newer ones are kind of more, what is it, the stilted sedan type of look. I'd also like to move away from combustion engines, to be honest. I'm kind of getting annoyed with having to do the, you know, old changes. And I think like EV batteries have like evolved a lot more than they were like a while back. Okay, I'm actually in danger. Oh dear God, I'm actually in danger. All right, oh dear, all right, yeah, where's that fucking bird? Trying to put these birds. No, I mean, if it fits your use case, like, more power to you. I think the thing is now with cars, because like you have to remember, I view cars more as a utility than just a I'm driving from point A to point B, you know? I just care about like something that works, right? That's all I care about, is just something that works. What the fuck is a Honda base station? It's a camper! What? What is a Honda base station prototype? Hold on, I have to read these amazing words on the on my screen at the moment. A base station. Upcoming towable trailer by Honda. Modularity, smart technology, and ease of use. Bringing the camper experience to more families. Also known as a camper. 5 windows. What do you mean? You could put a shower in it? Okay, hold on. I'm providing this. I'm providing this in here. But yeah, I would like to get an actual like EV. I know the Chevy, what is it? The Chevy Bolt is a particular thing. The Nissan Leaf. Hey, if I want to go backwards at 145 kilometers an hour, I could always just get a first gen Leaf. Think about that. Oh yeah, were you here, Chance, for when I was explaining that the first and second gen Nissan Leafs apparently do not have a restriction on how fast you can go backwards on them, only forwards. Yeah. All right, game over. Oh, no, wait. Very nice amount of maca. Game over. Game over. And we're so close to the end, too. All right, I need to move Naoki over to the, Actually, I'm gonna move Naoki as far away from there as possible. No, we move back over there. It's just... I have not seen that one. You could put that in the transit channel, even though transit's mostly about public transportation. If there's vehicles are still a type of transit. So if you want to provide the video in that channel, go ahead. I will probably make a thread at some point in the Discord about like EVs and whatnot. But yeah, I would like to get a if the Vivo Topolino wasn't a didn't have door. The fuck is this vehicle? Oh, it has doors. You can just remove them. Oh, it has a driving range of up to 45 miles on a single charge. That is comically small. But yeah, I would like to get a decent little EV, new or used. That isn't a Tesla. Need to put that gigantic caveat right there. And yeah, currently, like, one of the main options is the Fiat 500, which is, at least for new, like, 32,000. Oh! Hold on, I'm resetting. I made a mistake there. I forgot to heal. So we're gonna restart the game. And unfortunately, as a kind of a consequence for me having to get a new vehicle, I have been highly advised to not sell Sesame my car because of just how run down it is at this point. They might be able to buy my sister's car off of her. Wish that wouldn't be a bad option. The car has less mileage and has a lot more functionality to it. And a better transmission. My transmission likes to slip sometimes. I think I looked into it. If I was to do a trade-in, I would only get like $3,000 for my car. Like, if there's a repair that costs more than $3,000 on it at this point, it's just not worth it. It doesn't help that my grandparents bought the car when it had 150,000 miles. already. I've only clocked 25,000. What? No, that makes sense. I've only clocked 25,000 miles on that car in 10 years. Huh. Fascinating. Nah, no. The only few issues that it currently has is that it burns through oil because the engine's old and worn out. The AC is a bit weird when you turn it on or switch to like certain things. It makes like a rubbing kind of like knocking noise or clicking noise. But the AC works. And then the tie rod at the bottom, the transmission slips sometimes. And then the, it sounds like a biplane when I drive it, which that's probably a tie rod end. But the main reason I want to switch it is due to that tie rod end and the, just the oil in general. Well, I think the current issue is that this all kind of hinges on... Okay, so let's word it like this. When my sister gets a car, I have to get a car at the same time. And then Sesemi buys the car off of either of us at the time. Right? So, like, me and my sister both have to buy our new vehicles at the same time. And I'm probably gonna have to get an auto loan for that as well. I don't know why I did that. Okay, now I need the other bird to fly close enough so I can, Fuck it, I'll just have all the birds fly over here, and we'll see which one actually gets them, going. Well, Sesemi can actually, like, work on a vehicle. I can't. I'm looking at a website at the moment regarding, regarding electric vehicles. I see a Ford Mustang Mach-E Select. I see, that Rivian's kind of at a price point. 2023 Volkswagen ID4S. For $16,900. Only $16,900. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad vehicle. Yeah, but it won't be like every 3 months. Like, there's less moving parts in electric vehicle. That's like the thing. I mean, if the other option is I get like a manual. If I had to get a combustion engine, I just get a manual. No, I know that electric vehicles need oil changes. It's just the maintenance, the amount of maintenance you need on them is less than a... Sorry, I had to focus for a second. Also, I think it would just be cheaper, because, like, the Research Triangle currently still has some pretty decent electricity prices right now. Don't worry, that's going to go higher and higher because I don't know if you saw, it was like Duke Energy CEO was, like, raking in, I think it was like a $20 million bonus while they're thinking about raising the price of electrical rates. Wow. Get a personal solar panel. Not in, well, you have to remember that, I mean, if it's one that I don't have to sit on like a roof, maybe. Holy shit. One of these just has to connect a hit. Thank you. All right. So, but yeah, with personal solar panels, I can't get one attached to my house because that would actually be breaking my lease. If I was actually owning my property, sure. But no, I'm leasing this right now. Also, hello, John Perry. I hope you're having a good Saturday or Sunday, wherever you are. Trying to get as much as I can on this. We did kind of end this scenario halfway through. Looks like we won't be going into the next one too far. Who knows? The next one could be very easy peasy, and I'm just talking out of my ass. How long are we gonna have to keep fighting until the end of the game? Till we save Megalopolis. That's also pretty good too. Yeah, when you save Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis. Don't feel like they'll be the end of it. Of course not. Sooner or later, every fight comes to an end. No time to relax. Utmost gratitude, fighting to save my era. Now we save to the PlayStation Network. Try Telenet Megami Tensei. Yeah. It is an interesting Gauntlet clone. I really would like to get a proper Fujitsu FM77 AV. Getting the system doesn't look like that'd be supremely hard. I just have to win at an auction. buying an actual copy of the game, on the other hand, that seems to be like the Herculean effort. The Sharp X1 version, as long as you're playing it on like the Turbo or the Turbo Z, you won't have a horrible time with like the flashing graphics. And realistically, I think that's like probably the best version of the game, at least in terms of like a graphical and audio fidelity standpoint. In terms of controls, the Fujitsu version is the best just because of the fact that you can move diagonally. It's very weird. And like the MSX version is really only good for the English translation. I really wish that was ported over to other versions. All right, I need to... do some thinking real quick. I've still been thinking about looking into that for some speed game stuff, because it's not that complex of a game. In fact, you could probably finish it in under an hour if you know where you're going. Hell, probably in less than 45 minutes. Because I think there's only like... There's 2 bosses that you don't have to defeat. I think Obara is one of them, and Reiko from Valis. I think those are the only 2 that you don't have to actually fight. I would definitely go into like it more a bit harder, but I need to get my turbos, my X1 Turbo fixed. Its daughter board has battery corrosion on the floppy drive controller, so I can't really load it on there. I still had the original X1, but it's also a seizure-inducing mess, so I'd really like to not do that if I can help it. All right, I guess we just buy more equipment. More magic... Okay, hold on. We'll buy 5 more magic stones. Actually. Okay, cool. So I have 9,000. We'll buy equipment. And I need to buy more of these. How many demons need it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have enough for like 8. Less than that. No, I have enough for 8. All right, and now I need to replace these, and then we'll just sell off stuff. I will say though, with Digital Devil Story, the Telenet version, I did enjoy it. It is a good, interesting, like different take on the same story, more or less. Although, I think Digital Devil's Story for Telenet is more directly based on the book. I don't know if Aya Nishitani was actually involved with the writing for that game specifically. I know he was involved with the writing with the Famicom one. Let me double check that. I could check the manual. I do, because again, I own a physical copy of the game. I could go check the manual. But I don't want to get up out of this seat right now. It's a very comfy seat right now. Well, we'll definitely have some armor we can replace later. Oh, we replaced an item. That was Rusalka. The bunny ears got swapped off of Dwarf. It'd be very funny if they get swapped onto another demon. I'm also looking for the PC 8801 version of Digital Devil Story as well. I said I thought they were gonna get swapped over to someone else, and they got swapped over the Dryad, so. There was a Makari listing for Digital Devil Story, but I was not able to get it. Oh wait, I forgot. I have to search for Digital Devil Story in quotation marks, because then otherwise fun listings show up on Mercury. I can get a laser disc of that's not a laser disc. No, that is the Digital Devil Story laser disc. Cool. 160 bucks. I have a laserdisc player. That wouldn't be a bad thing to go for. After GDQ. What the hell does Halo... I don't know what Halo does. What does Halo do? All right, I can give one human and then basically all the demons a, that one. I need to give Ogiwara pants, though. Kind of important. There you go. Finally have pants. And then I can sell these for the rivet knuckles that I need to get. Unless I can, like, add these to, like, one of the demons. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. I don't think I'll be able to... I mean, maybe these two I'd be able to equip. Yeah, I can equip the boots. I don't think Dryad can have the boots. No, Dryad can have the boots. It's just Rusalka can't have the boots. $200 Maka. I might have to sell some gems to be able to help with the... How much would I get fully if I did that? Can't do that. I want to at least have one of each. So that's 500 Maka, 13, 18, 2600. 31. Yeah, 3,100 Maka. And I would only be able to buy like 3 rivet knuckles. More notably, I would have to rely on just solely the I would have to solely rely on just the Magnetite gems for recruitment. All right, let's say hi to Friday. That's the max headroom of this generation. All right, so I can get up to level 35. I must also mention this is the only time during the stream you can suggest things. Fusion is like the optimal time for you to be able to do that. Every other time I have to make mistakes, but like... well, mistakes must happen, is a better way to put it. I guess I might as well... yeah, I don't think Tonki's gonna be worth it. I feel like with the earlier demons, we'd have to, like... probably do a, like, more than one fusion. So, like, we take, like... 2 lower levels, fuse them into something else, and I could do it with something else. But we are kind of nearing the max for this set. There are 2 files, though, for demons, so I can have up to 30 demons. Puka. See, what's very funny is that Brownie is our most powerful demon, and yet, do I want to do Basilisk? I don't know. Wow, bits. You know what the funny thing is? I can't even see, like, the, I can't even see the message effect. Because I don't have Twitch chat open at the moment. Hold on. Oh, I see now. I do thank you for the 20 bits. I don't know why the thing didn't go off. It's supposed to go off. Maybe message effects don't do that. I don't know. Okay, so I should explain what... just to explain, so the green is specifically for neutral demons, blue is law, and red is chaos. For those unaware. But there's also light and dark demons, and neutral. Well, there's neutral, and then you have the light and dark, and there will be another lock-in later on in the game that will lock me into one of those. So I can only do neutral light or neutral dark. Need to wipe something off the PVM I have here. All right. That wouldn't be the worst. Also, thank you for the 10 bits as well. If only I had level 37. Oh, we have Matcha. Nimhane. Elf. That also requires swapping Brownie, though. Yeah. I think I'll focus on a secondary fusion. Not secondary, but like the 2x. I do apologize if for some reason this kind of grinds the pacing to the halt for some people. This is I explained this in PMC Trilogy's chat when he was playing Persona 1, Revelations version of Persona 1 yesterday. This part can grind a playthrough series down to a halt until it's done, but this is a very important part of the game and the franchise as a whole. Because while we're raising ranks, we can't level up demons until Gitten, which apparently you can level up demons in that. But in most every other Megami Tensei game, you have to fuse demons to get higher level demons. Or you negotiate and have higher level demons join your team. So this is an unfortunate seed, but we have to do this. I think this might work out. It's a level 32. And I haven't really used Dwarf a lot for anything. But we also have, I don't know, Phantom. Sargasso is level 35. We also have Baphomet. That is a lot of magic. Holy shit. I think that's only good for, like, spell power. Yeah. Lethal Ash. That has to be a Muto type spell. You can't just call something Lethal Ash and it not be, like, Muto related. Hold on. Skills. Dark. It might be extra. Yeah, it's an extra. Lethal Ash. Same effect as Muto, but it's, it's Muto on? Multiple enemies, it's listed. Yeah. And that's only at rank 3. Let me check the statuses again. That was what? That was Dwarf and Nataku. Let me double check the stats on them real quick, and then we can, So 16 strength. I should probably unequip stuff from them before I do this fusion. Or actually, I think that's the question that comes into effect here. Does the stuff I have with them affect the fusion? Or does it just not matter? Because if I can just unequip this stuff and then do a fusion and re-equip it, that would be fantastic. No, I have the wiki up. It's just like the fusion mechanic in this game is a bit weird. In this specific game is a bit weird because of the fact that you can equip demons with armor. And I don't think you could... I forgot if you could do that in the first game or not. I don't think you can. So this is kind of the... Yeah, this is kind of the tricky part about this. Does this game have a fusion calculator? I haven't been trying to look at fusion calculators a lot. But I may have to resort to looking at one. Let's see. Majin Tensei 2? Yes, there is one. All right, cool. And we were looking at... Oh, boy. All right, hey, Chance, I need you to understand. Look at this chart. Because that is the fusion calculator. That's what I'm having to deal with. Like these little symbols that you're seeing on the screen with the fusion calculate, like on the fusion chart, that is the text version of that. So it's Brownie and Nataku. And it looks like with this, it won't matter. It does have a lot of things. I'm guessing dark demons are listed as the ones in red on this chart. And we were looking to do... Sargasso? How about Rockcharango? Hold on. 154, neutral, neutral. 91% accuracy. Or 91 accuracy. Whew. What is that? Like... The resist... Okay. Rockcharango is... half physical? But double on gun. And double Z... no, that's not Zeo. I forgot what that is. That's Bless. That's Curse. That's Almighty. So like Megiddo. I don't know what that one is. Is it Expel? No, Expel would be... I really wish there was tooltips showing up. Let's see. Okay, I'll do Chitayu and Nataku. Because we can get... Rockcharango... with just those two. And we still get to keep 2 birds. Fuck it, let's go with it. By the way, flashing light warning, just with this game. Most of the games I play on this damn stream have a lot of flashing lights. Also, hello, my mech man. It does. That chart does have a lot of things. I'm scared to look at the one for Rond. Well, there isn't one for Rond, because, like, maybe 5 people have actually played and finished Rond. By the way, we have about 20 minutes before we're gonna have to stop. You're gonna hear an alarm go off, and that's gonna be our indicator that I have to stop. That little example I was doing with the PDA earlier, that wasn't specifically just to show how, well, it was to show how quiet the PDA was. It was also to let you know that there's going to be one of those going off on the stream later. All right, we might be able to do one more fusion. Oh, okay. How much of a bad idea would this be? We did have issues with this demon earlier. That might be worth it. I think Tonki is kind of like leading the pack in terms of like those specific demons. Uh-oh. That's just another bird. Okay, I think I'll fuse Nekomata with Dryad. And then I think we'll keep going after that. Because at least with Yollinger, we have the advantage of long-range attack. As long as it's in like a three specific block radius. Very low speed. But I think Yollinger would be good as like a support demon. Like supporting from a distance. Let's go with it. I can always get Dryad again at Rag Shop, so it's not... I think Dryad's at Rag Shop. I just have to trade some gems. I do like the use of samples in this. The Dragon King. All right, we're not doing any more fusions. We're just gonna go with the 2 that we have, and then we're gonna keep going. See you next time. Bye. All right, next fight coming up. North Junction. Let's see how bad this is going to be. Oh, we're in a... No, we're not in a building. Occupy enemy base. Which is over here. Having passed through many cities in the Cypolis, Team finally had Corpolis, Central Region, in their sights. Head into the North Junction, which led into the main building entrance. Oh, and there's water as well. I think we'll put Yollinger in spot 1. I think it's only fitting. I need to put Brownie in spot 8. And I want to put Rock Trongo on the bridge. Okay. Sorry, I'm having to really think over these placements. Okay, so we're on 7. So I would like to put... Actually, we're gonna put Brownie there. And then 8 will be Dwarf. Momonofu, we're just gonna summon all of them. So the ones fighting against the military could say the military, but pretty much means the demons, doesn't it? Yeah. Humans though, we won't stand a chance against them. I don't even want to bother trying to fight back. Just try to get out of here while I still can. Also, it's been such a delight having a protagonist that actually, like, talks. Able to fight using demons too, though. Yikes! Do you do that for real? Do you not see all the demons standing here? Totally no problem. Even if you can use demons, army still has Helios. And all the demons in the world couldn't save you from that. Nah, it's fine. What's Helios? Stay the... Okay. Why'd he run away? What was... Just because you're a bully and... Can't you realize that much? Got enemies headed this way. That's right. Alright, it's time to save. Here we go. That is a lot of enemies. Also... Oh, boy. Also, now we can visualize this attack. I think I'm gonna start with Yakseni. 54. Not the worst. Gonna go for the chest immediately. Gladius. Which I believe is a sword. The question is which demon can actually equip it. Rusalka. Alright, I'm gonna move Tomoharu back one. I'm gonna put Rock Chirango right here. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm gonna move Puka one space. Is that a... Okay, so that's the one I need Tonki for. We'll see how that plays out. Our most valuable demon steps up to the plate, but not really, because I need them to not die. Can they only have a gun? Hmm. Alright. So I think we'll at least be able to get like the first two moves out of the way, and then we're gonna have to stop. At minimum, first two moves. I guess we'll do this one. It's 104 attack. 67. Oh, I'll be able to get 2 hits off. All right. Okay, terrible idea. You heard the alarm go off just then, so we got about 5 minutes remaining. Or maybe it didn't. I don't know. Oh no, that one didn't go off. I know which one went off. It was the trail. Yep, my alarm clearly called, go to fucking shit, you piece of shit. Sorry, go to fucking shit. Go to fucking sleep, you shit. Go to fucking shit. Alright, I'm gonna move Ogiwara over here. And then we'll move Rusalka into the spot. I guess we'll let this play out now. Yeah, I guess we'll let it play out. Alright, here comes the hellscape. Nightmare, nightmare. Nightmare, nightmare. Yaksini moves up a space. Oh, fights Tonki! Not Naoki. Tonki. Very fascinating. Ah! Oh, okay, not bad. I didn't even notice that one there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Did not notice. Phantom? No. It's only 33 damage. And as a reminder for people that were not here earlier, Speedrunner Quest is later today. This will be your second stream, a bonus stream for this week. Oh, this demon's just called Zoo. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Tengu fights Tonki for 60. Yeah? I have a horrible feeling, chat. A horrible feeling. Something tragic's going to happen. Oh yeah, I need to go upload the last, I think 2 streams onto YouTube. In fact, I'll probably go do that right now. As a reminder, if you'd like to catch prior streams on this era, the fine quality live stream indicated by this outfit here, you can go to a fine quality VOD channel on YouTube. You should be able to find that link down below as well. But yeah, I'll have every stream of the specific era on it. And you can go to my main YouTube at TBCR to get playlists for the other Megamitensei games. Alright, so I need to move Soleno over here. And... fuck it. Oh no, that's a terrible idea. Let's not. Oh, but you know what I can do now? Absolutely nothing. That's what I can do. Oh, I'll use Ogiwara. Yeah, alright. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, we're off to a horrifying start with this. Oh, I need to do Zeo. Yeah, I need to do Zeo. Yeah! Okay. I probably will not save after this turn, by the way, at this rate. We'll probably just play out the last turn. Or this turn again. I swear if I miss this. No. Most valuable demon? Yeah, let's go for it. Down 90. Down 28. All right, that was a good idea. Probably not a good idea for me to do that. That was a terrible idea. All right, how about this? I have seemed to put myself in a horrific situation here. And I do mean a horrific situation. Why don't we come back and try this turn again next time? Because we've already started the map. Well, I don't know. Let's see how this plays out. I'm going to do this just for fun. I've already decided that we're just going to redo this turn next time. But I'm very curious to see how this plays out. $18. Well, that answers my question. I got 15 experience out of it. That's not bad. Rank up. Oh, that's pretty good. Still gonna probably lose Puka this turn. And Dwarf is almost going to guaranteed take a death here. Observe. I'm gonna shut up now. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna play this out. We'll see how this plays out. If I don't lose any demons on this turn, I'll save this. If I can survive this turn without losing a single demon, I will save this. Which I'm probably going to, because of that damn bird right there. Alright, it looks like one stream did not export. So I will have to do that. And then everything after speedrun request for March has been ported over. Actually, hold on. Derusting Rot is here. And then... Uh-oh. Yep, so that's the end of the stream. Also, need to note there, even if that wasn't a crit, that would have been a death, because the basic damage was the exact health as Tomohiro. Because it was a crit of 220. So it was a regular damage of 110. And Tomohiro has 110 health. That would have been a death no matter what. So, on that bombshell, let's wrap up. That's so true, PDA. That's so true. I'm gonna hit this button so it doesn't go off again. But yeah, that was a bit of a bombshell of an ending. But hey, we have next week to, whole week to think that over, see how that plays out. But for now, I need to get you ready to send you over to whoever is live right now. All right, so yeah, I have two Megamitensei streams I need to export over. Sessions 10 and 11. Yeah, 10, 11. So let me go ahead and get those going, and I'll export this one once I'm done. But yeah, let's see who's live on twitch.tv this morning, and I do want to thank everyone who did stop by for today's stream. We're making progress, very slow and steady, but we're making progress. It's not like Majin Tensei 1 where we had multiple streams on one goddamn fight. I don't think we've hosted Mr. Shasta recently. So I think we'll do that. Yeah. Hold on, how long has Shasta been streaming? Uh-oh, I think this stream may actually be ending soon. Okay. Who has been streaming the least amount of time? I'll tell you who we're not hosting, because they've been streaming for almost 7 hours now, and I don't want to chance that happening. A stream ending. That would be Chunks, who, yeah, 7 hours, 15 minutes. Looks like... Array MD. Only an hour ago, playing Pokemon Champions. Yeah, that's the least amount of time. So I'm gonna send you over there. And... yeah. Send you over there. And then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna go... when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna set the Amiga up ahead of time, just make sure everything works. If for some reason the Amiga is having some issues, I'm going to need to talk with the person that picked that game and see what we can do. Anyway, while I get you ready to sit over there, as a reminder, if you like, keep up to date with this fine quality live stream and you're not doing it at the moment, thought the stream was pretty interesting, maybe you want to watch more in the future, make sure you hit that follow button. Currently, we're only streaming at minimum 1 day out of the week. It is this Friday stream. I have a lot of stuff I have to work on in the background. Once I'm done with that, we'll cut back to more regular streams, but for right now, it's just the 1 day out of the week, Friday. But normally, we try to stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with Monday and Wednesday being whatever the hell I feel like doing, and Friday being megamitensei, and then a bonus stream on Saturday or Sunday, which is also whatever the hell I feel like doing. We are having a stream again later today, Saturday, with Speedrunner Quest, which is one of the formats we have on the 4th Saturday of each month, barring weekend shifts. And then, yeah, if you're following on here, make sure you also join the Fine Quality Discord, where we have a whole bunch of channels, way too many channels. There's so many channels on that Discord. But a lot of subject areas you can talk about on there. Tech Talk, we have stuff for each of the main 3 operating systems, Windows, Mac, and Linux. Japanese and European home computers. There's an entire channel dedicated to Megamitensei as a whole, not just individual series, but as a whole. And some other things. And if you're a supporter of the Fine Quality live stream via Twitch sub or recurring $5 or $10 coffee membership, you have access to a support lounge, which has some bonus content, including work in progress prints on things, early access to any YouTube videos I publish, behind the scene things, and some more things. I'm gonna probably, once I get most of my album written, rearranged, I'll share a track with you in the supporter lounge. What else is there? Oh yeah, and if you're a supporter on the coffee, your membership also ties to how much you have for Speedrunner Quest as a credit. So if you like to make me do 5 runs of wheels a month, there's a way to do 5 runs of wheels a month. And also the $10 tier also has a bit of a sway as to what I do next. And you can find a link to that coffee down below. There's a throne if you'd like to buy an item for the Fine Quality live stream. It is my to-do list. I will inevitably buy everything on that list, but if you like to beat me to the punch, any contributions to that are greatly appreciated, and you get shouted out on stream. And then we have fine-quality.website, the official TBCR website. It has social media at the top, stream in the middle, unless your browser extensions are blocking it, and contact information at the bottom, along with coaster credits. Anyway, I'm gonna go to fucking bed now. So with that in mind, my name is TBCR. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday, and I'll see you back here later tonight on Saturday with Speedrunner Quest for April 2026. Should hopefully be a good stream, but until then, take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.